frightful First World War.
In the First World War, lots of us soldiers had to fight in horrible trenches, and most of the trenches were full of lice. Oh!
What's cooking, soldier? Smells good.
Fried lice, sir.
Fried rice. Delicious.
No, fried lice. Billy's been living in this trench for months without washing. He's covered in lice.
Oh, it itches. Oh, I see.
So we're frying them. For fun.
That's disgusting.
You think that's disgusting?
Crumbs, they're different colours.
Yeah, I picked up the pale ones from our trench and the red ones from the German trench. It's like they're waging war all over my body, sir.
It's not looking good, Commandant. The British lice have taken control of the head and are advancing south.
We can't hold on to the nipples much longer.
We must have reinforcements. Come on, Egg. Hatch quick. Hatch. They're overrunning us. Take cover in this shell hole.
Jerry, we have you surrounded. Come out with all your hands up.
Okay, we surrender.
Gentlemen, this body is ours.
Huzzah!
Whizzer! But you German lice can still have some of it.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, you can keep the bottom.
True or false? If soldiers in the trenches were caught in a poisonous gas attack, they used to wee on their handkerchief and put it over their nose and mouth. It's true. The chemicals in the urine kept out the poisonous gas. Life really was horrible in the trenches, for the Germans as well.
Horrible Histories.
Of course, animals weren't the only World War II heroes. There were plenty of human ones as well.
Squadron Leader Higgins, Herr Kommandant.
Ah, Squadron Leader, we meet again.
Oh, have we met before?
No, I just like the very sound when I say that. I'm Commandant Klinsmann, the new head of this prisoner of war camp. And I hope you enjoyed your brief taste of freedom, your 23rd escape. Because it will be your last.
Oh dear.
I have positioned additional guards here, here, and here, making escape virtually impossible. Where did he go? He's done it again. Send 100 troops to find Squadron... Cancel that.
Squadron Leader Higgins, Herr Kommandant.
Ah, Squadron Leader. We meet again.
Are we not counting just now?
Shut up! Don't think I don't know what your game is here. You British officers are under orders to keep trying to escape, which means that our German soldiers spent all of their time chasing you down rather than fighting this war. But not anymore. I'm in charge here now. And you will find that I have eyes in the back of my head. Now where did he go? What? Send 300 soldiers to find Squadron Leader... Cancel that.
Squadron Leader Higgins, Herr Kommandant.
So, we meet again.
Don't say that. I say that. You give me one good reason why I shouldn't just shoot you right here on the spot, hmm?
Because the Geneva Convention means you can't shoot officers.
Yes, I forgot about that. Ah, yes, I see. You would like to get hold of my keys, yes? But let me tell you something. I'm afraid there are two things in this world that will never happen. One, you will never win this war. And two, you will never get your hands on my keys.
They have won the war. We have surrendered. Every man for himself.
Right, this one's for the front door. It's quite easy. This one's for the back gate. Now, it's a little bit sticky. Might have to wiggle it a bit.
Did you
you know that during the war, lots of the Allied soldiers who kept escaping were moved to an old German castle called Colditz, because Colditz was meant to be escape-proof. But there were more escapes from Colditz than any other prisoner of war camp. I say, well done, chaps.
Horrible Histories. Frightful First World War.
Some women did their bit for the war effort by working in munitions factories, making things like grenades, ammunition and bombs.
Working in a munitions factory can be really hard work, so when I go out at the end of the day, I like to look my best. That's why I always steal some deadly high explosive from the production line and use it to dye my hair. A little TNT can really liven up your locks, transforming you from a brunette to a blonde. I never knew I could look this good. Here's a sciencey bit. TNT is the abbreviated name for the chemical compound trinitrotoluene. It's used in bombs to blow things to kingdom come. It'll bleach your hair, but it can turn your skin yellow too. Now I'm blonde all over. Thanks, TNT. Hey, I'm a real blonde bombshell. Even though many women genuinely use TNT to bleach their hair during the war, putting high explosive on your head is ill-advised and could well result in death. Dodgy War Inventions number 16. The First World War's Zeppelin airship. Zeppelins were basically massive gas balloons with engines, designed by the Germans to drop bombs on British cities. They were brilliant because their enormous size meant they could carry loads of bombs. But there was one small problem. Their enormous size also meant they were almost impossible to miss.
Oh, does anybody have some chewing gum and a bicycle pump?
Horrible Histories. Rotten Romans.
Lots of our Roman rulers were a bit mad, and one of the maddest was a bloke called Caligula. He once actually wanted to go to war with a god.
My loyal generals, you have all served me well. Thanks to your ceaseless warring and general nastiness, I, Caligula, now rule an empire of unimaginable scale.
Yes!
However, there is one valiant foe that we have yet to conquer.
Do you speak of the mighty tribes in the untamed lands of the East, my liege?
No.
Mean you then the savage Celts of the frozen wastes of the north?
Nah.
Well, then, who would you have us fight, sire?
Poseidon.
You're serious?
Yes.
Okay, but Poseidon is god of the sea. He's likely to be quite big.
Bigger than me!
No, big is the wrong word. What we meant was more,
Goddish?
But that's the whole point. I mean, any old emperor can defeat the Carthaginians, but it takes a special kind of emperor to take on a god. Just think of the history books. Oh, do you remember that Caligula? Oh, yes. Wasn't he the one that took on that god? No one's going to forget that in a hurry.
That may be true, sire, but the problem is, in order to go to war with Poseidon, one would have to get hold of him.
But that's easy. He lives in the sea. That's where we shall look for him.
Yeah, but isn't the sea quite big?
Bigger than me!
No, that was the wrong word. I meant more,
Deep?
Yes.
And wet?
You know, it might be just a bit tricky to track him down.
Yes, well, I've thought about that. We line up every ship in the Navy, side by side, stretching out into the sea. Then we march the entire Roman army across the ships, and when they reach the end, they all throw their spears into the ocean. That'll show him who's boss.
Yeah, my only fear with that plan is that to the untrained eye, that might look a bit like thousands of men throwing sticks in the sea for no good reason.
Are you saying I'm wrong?
No, 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 no. I think it's a brilliant idea. Tomorrow, we go to war with the sea. Hail Caligula.
Ah, so, how did it go?
Well, we didn't get Poseidon, but we did get some of his soldiers.
Think you're bigger than me?
Horrible Histories. Frightful First World War.
Time again for our fairy tale series, where all the stories are retold in different historical settings. Today, The Old Woman Who Lived in the Shoe, the First World War version. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children she didn't know what to do. But the boot they lived in belonged to a World War I soldier. And in the First World War, soldiers used to wee on their boots to soften the leather. And so the old woman and all her children always stank of wee. The end.
Weeing on our boots was a bit yucky, but we had more important things to worry about in the terrible trenches, where just to survive, we needed all the luck we could get.
All right, men. This is it. We're going over the top. We climb out of the trench, run through the deep mud, over the barbed wire, and charge headlong at the enemy's machine guns.
That sounds like sheer suicide. What happens if we refuse?
You'll be shot for cowardice.
Ready when you are, sir.
OK. On my command... Oh, no, hang on. Almost forgot my soft felt cap. Ooh, that could have been nasty. OK? Charge!
Come on, Billy, what are you doing?
I'm looking for my four-leaf clover. I've dropped it.
What?
I'm not going to go and run at a German machine gun without my lucky four-leaf clover, am I?
Oh, hang on. Here it is.
I found it.
Right.
Hang on. I've got to check I've got my lucky Bible.
It's there, strapped to your helmet.
No, that's not me lucky Bible. This is me lucky Bible.
OK now?
Well, hang on a tick. Lucky penny, lucky rabbit's foot.
Where'd you get that? It belonged to the lucky regimental mascot, which got hit by a bomb. Well, not so lucky then.
Lucky horseshoe. Lucky charm bracelet. Almost there. Fingers crossed. Let's go!
Honestly, you and your stupid good luck charms are just silly superstitions.
Retreat! Retreat! Men, get back in the trench! Good Lord, some survivors. This is a first. You are so lucky.
Yeah. Still think it's a load of superstitious nonsense, eh?
Come on, and we find a four-leaf clover.
World War I soldiers were very superstitious, and good luck charms were really popular. Who knows if they worked, but there certainly were some very lucky soldiers, like Captain William Milner, who was saved when a German bullet pinged off the metal badge on his cap. Oh, close call.
During World War I, the lucky mascots of the Scots Guards were called Bella and Bertha. But what were they? A. Cows, B. Goldfish, or C. Chickens? The answer is A. Cows. The two cows were the only survivors from a herd that had been hit by a bomb. Lucky cows.
The past is no longer